Well, hello, and welcome everyone to another game of Little War Game. Today's game is between two people, of course, as usual. Um, and it's gonna be an interesting one. So first of all, let me go ahead and introduce the two people who are this time going to be playing on the map Silent Fjord on the top right hand corner with the blue pieces. It's Langweilig. And on the opposite side of the map in the bottom left hand corner with the red pieces, it's JAwesome1. Now, what makes this interesting is that this map is not a rank game. So this is a friendly match, so no MMR on the line, but all of the mental gains are ready to be made. But these two players are 0-0. They have not played ranked against each other yet. And, well, or at least not this ranked season. And they are 0-0. They are both Division 2 players. So they are similarly skilled, at least so far. While Langweilig does have the slight MMR lead. He also is going for the 2-den opening compared to JAwesome's 1 Rex opening. But yeah, Langweilig has a little bit of an MMR lead at the time of this match being played. I believe he has approximately 100 MMR lead, but they're still in the same division. So this is going to be interesting. Having that said, this is also relatively interesting because Langweilig in his profile, as he is making his first wolf, while JAwesome is going for the radar opening, everything standard so far. He in his profile has snake go grr. Or snakes go brr, I'm sorry. Handwriting, I swear to God. So it's going to be curious to see if he actually is going to do some transition into snakes at some point. Having that said, JAwesome also has something in his profile, which is gyros are slept on. So I'm going to be curious if JAwesome is going for gyrocopters in this game, and to figure out if snakes do indeed go brr, or if gyros are actually being slept on, or if they are truthfully being and justifiably being slept on, or if snakes no longer go brr. So, no economy being continued from either of the players. A natural base being put down for JAwesome. The first little bit of micro is on the way. 3 wolves versus 2 raiders should be in the advantageous position for JAwesome's raiders, but 2 more wolves enter the fray. Not really a great focus on the damage when it comes to JAwesome's raiders. They do a lot of damage to plenty of wolves, but don't actually take any of them down. While Langweilig does focus most of the attacks on 1 raider. Maybe that's the 100 MMR difference. Who knows? 1 wolf almost being taken down, nothing happening so far. There's a soldier coming out, which, generally speaking, would be decent versus wolves, which, that's a very nice snipe on that wolf. The attack distance from this soldier is very intriguing. But I have heard that you would like to prefer to get more raiders at this point, instead of switching to the soldiers. Mainly because of the relatively similar movement speed, as soldiers are very slow, and obviously the ability to flash as well with the raiders. Having that said though, Langweilig is getting himself his natural base as well, as JAwesome's base is already up and running. Does have quite the income lead so far. Total mined gold, not that much of a difference, but he will get a lead right now. At least until the natural is being completed. This is not a great position to be in for JAwesome though, moving some of the workers away. Seems like he is boxing them in instead of using some kind of hotkey combination. This soldier, however, is getting popped out, immediately surrounded and dies. This soldier seems to be going down, and that is not the greatest micro from a player in the red. What I do like to see, though, is that Langweilig did decide to keep his name in honor, or at least his profile description, and is going for the snake charmer to get some kind of swap in for snakes. He does have plenty of wolves, though. He currently has 8, 2 more on the way, so that's going to be 10 in total. He can deal plenty of damage. He's definitely going to keep JAwesome on his toes. While he is continuously going to make workers, he is 5 workers ahead and will probably continue to have the lead, but as long as the natural is going to be attacked, there's not really that much of an economic gain that can be made. Workers, however, do have quite some damage output. However, you do prefer to have the workers mine gold instead of being a tanking unit, but they can definitely help with that. And JAwesome, also honoring his description, is going for the mill, and I assume that there is only one thing coming out of this mill, and that is going to be gyrocopters. So far, 3 wolves have been going down for Langweilig in the blue, and 2 soldiers and a raider and a worker have been going down for JAwesome. Not that much actually has been taken down, but there's definitely close to 200 gold lead when it comes to units lost. Is being caught up a little bit by the income advantage, so it's pretty even. But then again, when we do look at the army, the first 2 snakes are coming in, and there's more snakes on the way. There's a 3rd being made from Langweilig as well. So he's going to try and take the economic lead. The wolves are getting very low. These soldiers, with the high amount of health that they have, are tanking quite a bit. Add in some more damage to that, and it's going to be great. The workshop has been completed, so the first catapult enters the fray as well. He is going to be able to smash down some of these beast units. Does miss the second shot. Is Langweilig going to keep moving? His snakes, no. One snake is going to be taken down, one's going to be taken damage. A double wolf shot being destroyed, and another snake going down by the catapult. This catapult is doing God's work for JAwesome. Single-handedly pretty much taking down the entire army at this point. Yes, it has 5 kills. So 5 kills is huge. Langweilig, though, does see that there is at least no 3rd at the southern position, but JAwesome is going to try and get his 3rd all the way up here. Going to be curious to see if Langweilig is going to spot that relatively quickly. However, his 3rd is on the way. 3 workers at the same time being produced. He is quickly catching up, and having his workers spread across more bases can definitely make him catch up in the economy very quickly. As you can already see, he is still 3 workers behind, but he is pretty much equal to the economy of JAwesome. These workers finally arriving at the gold mine will probably boost this up even more. And a snake catching JAwesome's 3rd being made. That is actually annoying, Langweilig. He could have just killed the worker. I feel like he's going to target the worker. He is not, but he is going to move some wolves over. This soldier, however, seems to be keeping that snake away for now. There is quite a decent worker spread over here. Would not mind already some transferring to the 3rd, however. Wolves are surrounding, so maybe the transfer is not the best option. The first gyro has arrived, though, maybe giving him some ability when it comes to some harass himself. He can definitely go ahead and scout all of the bases. The 4th is being made, where a gyro is already there, so my apologies, 2 gyros are completed. This 4th is being denied just for now. This worker is probably going to go down, unless he's going to be distracted by the snake. In the meantime, this catapult takes down another wolf. It has 7 kills in total already. This catapult is a beast. Almost getting another kill. Can he get off another shot and take down 2 wolves at the same time? No, it does get another one though, so 8 wolves going down in total. Almost kill stealing that wolf, but why is he not the tech? Oh my Jesus Christ, that is cruel. Okay, now we can finally go and attack this catapult, but that was disgusting. Having that said though, first watchtower at the third being completed, there's also one at the second and at the main base, obviously trying to counter some of the gyros. 6 snakes are going to take down at least one of them. The second one does manage to get away. Snakes dealing lesser damage to flying units. A little bit of a nerf to those units. An inherent nerf at least. Another wolf being taken down, and the first transfer is being kicked in. 8 workers all across the board, it seems like, so a very nice spread when it comes to the bases. This fourth is going to be taken relatively early. This one is still being denied so far, and if you look at the production, there are 4 snakes being made at the exact same time. There is another den being constructed. So yes, right over here, all out in the open. That is a very interesting spot to actually make those dens. But that's 5 dens in total, so that is going to be a massive production when it comes to Langweilig's plans. Seems like he is going to try and amass a massive army and just overwhelm our player in the red, who is getting his 4th base, does not have that many production units, has 1 mill, 1 workshop, and just 2 barracks. He is getting himself a forge to get himself some upgrades, which is very nice to see, but I don't know if that is going to be enough, because this army, even though it does not have upgrades, is still relatively scary. It has a fast, very fast attack speed, and especially if he gets some more wolves in, which he only has 2 of just now, he can actually let the wolves tank a little bit and actually get the snakes to deal damage from a distance. This catapult, however, is still a beast, actually dealing tons and tons of damage. He does kind of want to target the snakes with the catapults, I'd like to say, as the snakes want to bunch up a little bit more. Does go for the flank with the soldiers though, can actually take down some army. It doesn't seem like he's going to take down any of the units, but he is going to soften them up quite a bit. Does manage to cut off one snake. That is great to see. Some nice movement from our player in the red. But this is going to be dangerous. There is not that much production. The first armor upgrade getting in, but look at this. A fortress coming up from Langweilig. He's definitely going to transition into some dragons, it seems like. And he is also getting himself a double animal testing lab. Getting 2 upgrades at the exact same time is going to be killing versus the only 1 upgrade at the same time. When it comes to JAwesome, he is floating almost 700 gold, so that is not the best position to be in. I would love to see him actually get some more production facilities being built. Maybe some more barracks, maybe some more mills, and actually get some more of his money rolling. I do think that the gyros are quite expensive, and this soldier army is actually doing a pretty nice job. But I would still like to see some more production. Having that said, the income still relatively equal. However, Langweilig, because he did have the 4th base sooner, does manage to mine 400 more gold. The lost gold count is 100 in favor of JAwesome, so still a 300 gold advantage for Langweilig, but it could definitely have been better. All of these workers being stood still will greatly increase the advantage of Langweilig, and these workers are not really doing anything. They are going to be killed anyway. Might as well just have them on an attack move command instead of a hold position. However, it's a little bit too late for that. A counter-attack is coming in from JAwesome though. A lot of soldiers are going to surround some of these dens. A lot of wolves have been produced. It seems like he's been listening to the commentary to get some wolves tanking the damage for him. Having that said though, even though all of these soldiers are trying to do their best, they do have 1 armor, but it seems like it's not enough. These gyrocopters are not doing enough either, but these catapults, once again, being a great addition when it comes to the defense back home. Relatively easily being held, but so is the push from JAwesome at Langweilig's doorstep. Both are being held pretty easily. Langweilig did finish the 2 animal testing lamps, getting 2 attack upgrades at the exact same time. Already has 1 completed. So it's 1 attack versus 1 defense. 3 dragon slayers being constructed though. These attack gains are also going to be a great addition to the dragons that he's going to make. Whereas JAwesome is going to need to make some decisions, as his attack upgrades are only for the melee units or the mechanical units, and not both. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to end up. 2 dragons have been created. I don't see an advanced workshop. No, so there are no ballistas coming in against these dragons that are being constructed. 2 are already being made. 1 dragon close to being popping out already. The 2nd attack upgrade is almost completed. So this dragon is not going to have +1. I believe it's going to have +3. No, just +2. Still though, a very, very great addition. As you can see, the 3rd attack upgrade and also the 4th has already been started. It does gain an 80-second advantage, or 70-second advantage, getting on the 4th attack upgrade, as they can be produced simultaneously, which is an interesting mechanic. But still, 4 bases versus 4. JAwesome, however, did manage to get up his 5th, but his 4th base over here is getting attacked by more and more and more wolves. More units are being lost, the wolves are falling relatively quickly, but the 18 workers have been slain so far. Are there going to be more? It doesn't seem like the damage from the wolves is being focused, so a little bit of mismanagement when it comes to Langweilig. A lot of workers low on health but not taken down. 18 workers though is a great deficit. It's 27 versus 36. The income advantage actually in favor of JAwesome. How, do you say? Well, his main is mined out. JAwesome is still mining from his main, but that is massive. Obviously, when it comes to the total amount of mined gold, he's 1400 ahead. He's 900 ahead as well when it comes to the lost units, so he's pretty much 2300 gold ahead when it comes to the income disadvantage of Langweilig. He did SimCity himself very greatly, but all of the workers lining out straight through this area, just one by one, is a very vulnerable position. But look at all of these dragons. 7 dragons shooting fireballs at everything. Now all of a sudden 2 more mills are being created, but is it going to be enough though? And 2 advanced workshops, I'm sorry, are going to be created, but I don't think that they are going to be fast enough to actually pump out some of the ballistas. 5 gyros are not going to deal with 7 dragons, while there are still more on the way. 5 wolves are being constructed at the exact same time as well. JAwesome is going to try and get an attack upgrade in as well for his mechanical units, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not even close. Another 2 dragons enter the field, so it's going to be a total of, I believe, 10 dragons. I'm not entirely sure. At least plenty. Maybe 9 dragons? 10 on the field, 1 still flying over there, so yeah, 9 dragons. Smashing themselves, burning themselves into the face of JAwesome, and I think it's just going to be a race to the bottom for a player in the red. The mill with the gyros are not going to help, the upgrades are going to be too late, the advanced workshops are not even finished, so the ballistas are not going to be made in time either. And indeed, JAwesome GG's out, and Langweilig takes the game. Snakes do indeed go brr, but the dragons are what killed him. So maybe he should change snakes to drakes. And the gyros, it seems like, at least in this case, they are rightfully so being slept on. GG to both players, very well played. It was a very nice match, very interesting to see. But it's 1-0 for Langweilig. So I would like to thank both players for sharing the replay with all of us. And yeah, that's it. So apart from that, there's only one more thing for me to do. If you liked the video, of course, feel free to hit the like button. And of course, subscribe to not miss any of the future casts. as well. There is going to be a tournament up relatively shortly. The Z-Little War Game Pro League. I believe it's 6, so Pro League 6, which is definitely going to be interesting. I hope that there are going to be a lot of great replays coming from that tournament, and plenty more in the future as well. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that, obviously once again feel free to hit the subscribe button or check out any of the other content creators when it comes to the game. And that's it for me. So GG, well played, and good luck, have fun in any other game that you are going to play yourself. And I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day, my dudes.